Look at this world. We used to believe that nature drew boundaries we could never cross. Deadly deserts, vertical cliffs, and oceans that swallow continents whole. But we were wrong. Right now, humanity is rewriting the laws of existence. We are suspended on a highway above the clouds, building cities inside millions of years-old rock mountains, and commanding bullet trains that float on pure magnetism, erasing the very concept of time. What you are about to see are not just infrastructure projects, they are monuments of absolute defiance. Megastructures so massive, so dangerous to build, that they seem to come from a science fiction future. Welcome to the era of peak intellect, and to the symphony of steel and human will. Are you ready to see how we conquered the impossible? South to North Water. Transfer the mother stream, reversing the era. Prepare your mind to stand before a vast current, where cool mist rises from the canal surface and the scent of lush greenery spreads through the pure space. Appearing before your eyes is the South to North Water Transfer Project, a grand man-made wonder bringing liquid gold from the fertile south to quench the parched north. Just miles away from water-starved, cracked lands, a canal as wide as a natural river appears, yet it is incredibly and perfectly straight. Walking along the wind-swept canal bank, you will see millions of cubic meters of water surging northward through a canal system thousands of kilometers long. The pure chill rising from the water seeps through thin clothing and touches every fiber of your being, bringing a strangely refreshing sensation. As you touch the crystal-clear water, you clearly feel the soft friction of the current, carrying life to a vast territory. Following the current, everything suddenly rises as the water no longer flows underground, but crosses enormous aqueducts suspended in mid-air. Looking up from the valley below, you will be astonished to see an entire suspended river gliding proudly above your head. Looking closely at the lush green belts running along both banks, one sees a strict protection system keeping the water source at absolute purity. In areas where waste discharge is prohibited, you will understand the cost of preserving precious, liquid gold for the future of millions. Stop, breathe slowly, and listen to the water murmuring against the aqueduct walls like an endless, wordless symphony of creation and intellect. In that dense silence, you suddenly realize your heartbeat is slowing down to merge with the breath of the wilderness surrounding the structure. Leaving the bustling main canal sections, there are small alleys leading into mysterious water control stations where humans seldom venture. Wandering amidst modern monitoring stations, you will see a maze of technology silently coordinating the flow of an entire nation. The stillness here stands in stark contrast to the fearsome power of the water rushing just on the other side of the solid concrete wall. Standing before the mirror-like still water, you see yourself and the never-ending desires to conquer nature. Something has just awakened, reminding us of the responsibility to preserve the priceless heritage that Earth and humans have built together. Every meter of canal and aqueduct today will tell you the story of an era where the unthinkable became reality. North and south are no longer distant, as this cool silk thread of water has blurred all geographical boundaries to bring sustainable prosperity. In this magnificent waterscape, would you choose to stroll along the cool green belt or stand and watch the aqueducts reaching high into the sky? Please leave your preference right below so we can discuss the expedition to this liquid gold megaproject together. Yaki Expressway, the spiral stairway to the clouds. How would you feel if you were sitting in a vehicle and found yourself gradually rising higher than the lazily drifting clouds? Welcome you to the Yaki Expressway, a transportation marvel winding like a silk ribbon connecting Ya'an City and Xichang. Driving on this approximately 240-kilometer route, we begin a spectacular climbing journey from an altitude of just 600 meters to over 3,200 meters. As soon as you hit the gas and move forward, you will feel the dizzying change in altitude, making the surrounding space seem to thin out. The contrast between the lush green valleys below and the white snow-capped peaks above creates a majestic natural painting. Looking through the window, you will see yourself truly flying above the clouds, where mountain peaks bob like islands in a sea of mist. Breathtaking, soaring, mountain clouds, and a miracle. To overcome the terrifying altitude difference in a short distance, you will be guided into a unique spiral tunnel system deep inside the mountain. The freezing chill of the highland seeps through the car shell, touching every sense as the steel vessel glides through the darkness of the mountain tunnel. As the glimmer of light appears at the end of the tunnel, you will be amazed to find yourself at a new height compared to just a few minutes ago. The pebbles and concrete walls in the tunnel have witnessed the persistent struggle of engineers to subdue the treacherous terrain. Every meter of asphalt and median strip carries the responsibility of ensuring safety for you amidst the deep, gaping abysses. Standing before this grandeur, we suddenly realize human intellect can turn deadly cliffs into stairways to heaven. The magnificent scenery doesn't make you want to conquer, but rather to let go of all preoccupations and blend with the breath of the wilderness. This route will stand firm for centuries, retelling the story of an era where unthinkable dreams took shape. Every hairpin turn reminds you of the steadfastness of those who sweat to create this life ribbon. Listen, not the city's hustle and bustle, only the sound of wind whistling through mountain crevices, tearing the plateau's silence. Leaving the white clouds, you will carry absolute appreciation for the great engineering heritage of humanity. The Yaki Expressway remains forever an unthinkable coordinate, where the boundary between earth and sky seems blurred. Standing before these breathtaking spiral roads at an altitude of 3,200 meters, do you have the mettle to drive and conquer the highest peak with me? Spring Temple Buddha, the radiant golden statue amidst Lushan Mountains. This is not just a religious statue, it is an architectural wonder standing at 153 meters tall, nearly 3 times the height of the Statue of Liberty. Standing at the foot of the Lotus Throne, you must tilt your head back as far as possible to admire the compassionate face of the Buddha emerging through the Lushan mists. To complete this masterpiece, artisans used 1,100 tons of pure copper and plated the exterior with a brilliant cloak of 108 kilograms of solid gold. An overwhelming sensation will envelop you as sunlight reflects off the gold plating, transforming the entire statue into a radiant halo amidst the wilderness. The cold highland breeze blowing across the massive copper layers carries the forest's moisture to seep into your skin. Walking upon the vast stone terraces, you will feel truly insignificant before a monument symbolizing the intersection of spirituality and peak technology. Majestic, silent, solid gold, and gray stone. Listening to the wind whistling through the steel structure's crevices, you will understand the statue's resilience against fierce storms. Stop, breathe slowly, and admire the absolute precision in assembling thousands of tons of material atop the high mountains. Looking closely at the intricate patterns on the Lotus Throne, you realize every small detail is the lifeblood of the most talented engineers. In contrast to the noise of the modern world outside, the space around the Spring Temple Buddha is enveloped in a strange tranquility. Standing before the still lake reflecting the Buddha's golden body, you suddenly feel your soul being cleansed of all preoccupations. Something within has just awakened, making one want to let go of all ambitions to return to primal stillness. The journey up thousands of steps is not just a physical challenge. It also helps you reflect on your own steadfastness. The stones beneath your feet have witnessed the formation of a wonder that will endure through time for centuries. In the sunset, you will see the statue as if it's glowing, guiding souls back to a peaceful harbor. The internal steel structure is designed to withstand powerful earthquakes, affirming the mettle of modern engineering. Leaving the wind-swept lotus throne, you will carry a portion of Lucian's spiritual aura and a rare peace of mind. The Spring Temple Buddha remains forever a testament that faith can turn the unthinkable into grand reality. Standing before this majestic 153-meter height, do you have the mettle to cast aside all fear and continue on the path to enlightenment? Show me your mettle and thoughts on this brilliant spiritual wonder right below. Taklamakan Highway, the life ribbon over the giant cauldron of fire. Take a deep breath of the bone-dry, scorching air and listen to the wind whistling through sand crevices in the eerie silence of the great desert. An overwhelming sense of insignificance will envelop you when facing sand dunes as tall as 20-story buildings that can change shape overnight. This is the Taklamakan Desert, the world's second-largest shifting sand desert, where temperatures can soar from 40 degrees Celsius during draped across a giant cauldron of fire. There are absolutely no birds or insects here, only the echoes of wind and the absolute solitude of humanity before nature. Gazing into the distance through the car window, you suddenly notice the artistic curves of the sand, which also harbor deadly traps. Arid, scorching, endless, and heroic. The deeper you venture into the desert's heart, the more you understand the extraordinary efforts of engineers in conquering a terrain that never stands still. The pebbles and asphalt have witnessed the persistent struggle between human intellect and the constant shifting of the great desert over many years. In the silent moment amidst the sand, you suddenly feel your heart beating faster from the sensation of conquering one of the harshest lands. Take a deep breath. The scent of crisp sunlight blending with the heat rising from the asphalt creates a distinct dryness of the frontier. Listen, not the sounds of life, but the sound of rolling sand and wind whistling through door crevices, making you clearly feel the breath of the void. turning into side roads leading deep into the sand valleys. This journey suddenly becomes an exploration into the maze of shifting dunes. Before this breathtakingly vast scenery, you suddenly realize that daily worries seem to have been swept into the void by the desert wind. This route is an engineering feat that has earned world admiration by crossing the challenging cauldron of fire. Shanghai-Hangzhou Maglev, a journey from the future. There exists an entity that does not belong to the ground, a silver ribbon gliding in silence without the need for traditional iron wheels to conquer space. The magic of magnetic force will soon embrace you as you step onto the Shanghai-Hangzhou Maglev line, a futuristic ribbon connecting two key economic hubs. No longer traditional iron tracks or familiar chugging. Instead, a gleaming strip of concrete stretches endlessly toward the horizon. As soon as you enter the modern cabin, you will see simplicity in design, yet harboring a technological power that can overturn ordinary laws of physics. Listen, no roaring engines, only the soft whistle of wind over the aerodynamic shell as the train begins to lift itself off the ground. The experience of absolute smoothness makes you feel as if you are sitting in a silent room floating in mid-air. Thanks to magnetic levitation technology, the train truly floats just millimeters above the track, completely eliminating mechanical friction. Witnessing the speedometer jump, you cannot help but be amazed as the outside scenery begins to transform rapidly. Soaring, silence, speed, and awe. Looking through the window, you see skyscrapers and fields blur like a colorful oil painting drawn with hurried strokes. All geographical distances between two of the busiest economic hubs seem erased, turning a long journey into a brief break. The stillness inside the car helps you realize that humans have truly tamed magnetic forces to create an engineering miracle. Facing the breathtakingly fast movement, we suddenly find our daily hurries so slow compared to the pulse of the new era. Perhaps this is when you wonder what the ultimate limit of human speed can be. The pebbles along traditional tracks are now just memories, giving way to the era of concrete strips and eternal magnetism. This route is not just a means of transport, but a lifeline connecting your present with science fiction dreams that have taken shape. Every beat of the electromagnetic system carries the ambition for unlimited connection of a China strongly rising. As the train begins to decelerate to dock, you carry admiration for a project that has completely changed the concept of time. The Shanghai-Hangzhou Maglev remains forever a futuristic coordinate, where the power of human intellect truly takes flight. If you could travel back in time to witness the moment the first train left the tracks and floated up via magnetic force, would you be willing to make the trade? Mahanchans Bridge, a steel symphony over the Yangtze River. Look towards the giant silver ribbon standing proudly across the Yangtze River, where the bridge spans stretch out as if to touch the blue clouds. Every slight vibration of the road surface beneath the tires lets you feel the intense vitality of one of the world's longest three-tower suspension bridges. With a total length exceeding 11 kilometers, this megaproject is not just an ordinary pathway, but a testament to humanity's ambition to conquer nature. A refreshing sensation overcomes you as the billowing wind rises from the river, carrying the pure moisture of the prosperous water region. The unique structure with three towering pillars supporting two consecutive main spans, up to 1,080 meters long, creates a majestic beauty. Gazing at the cable cars intertwined with the mist, you will understand the extreme complexity in engineering the tension and deflection of the structure. Without precision in every calculated figure, this entire massive steel structure could hardly stand firm against the power of storms and currents. Listen. The low whistling of the wind through the tower crevices makes you feel like you're listening to the wordless music of the industrial era. Grandeur, proud, steel, and will. standing amidst the wind-swept bridge span, you suddenly realize your own insignificance before feats of millennial proportions. Every concrete block beneath your feet witnessed the arduous construction process to connect the vital transportation arteries of this land. Through the window frame, you see the peaceful Yangtze River carrying heavy silt, in stark contrast to the angular, sharp edges of the steel bridge. The pebbles at the base of the bridge towers have lain there for centuries, silently observing the rise of an iconic megastructure. Every meter of the road gives you an entirely new perspective on the intersection of peak engineering and magnificent natural scenery. The strange stillness Baihetan Dam, an energy wonder in the heart of rock mountains. Prepare your mind to stand before a massive concrete block holding back fierce waters, where cool mist and the power of nature blend in every breeze blowing through the gorge. A sense of overwhelm will envelop you as you witness the Baihetan Dam, a majestic megaproject located on the Yangtze River. Instead of using thickness to block water like conventional gravity dams, this is an exquisitely modern double-arch dam design. As you walk deep into the heart of the mountain, you will be amazed by the massive artificial cave system housing the peak capacity turbines. These tunnels are excavated wide enough to hold an entire large stadium inside the rock mountain. Listen, not the bustle of machinery, but the deep vibration spreading from deep underground, caused by thousands of tons of water rushing right beneath your feet. That sound is like a symphony of power, a testament to humanity's ability to regulate massive water flows. Take a deep breath. The scent of freshly carved stone and the cool air in the caves give you the feeling of being lost in a technological maze. 16 of the world's largest turbines are installed here, each with a capacity of 1 million kilowatts to light up distant cities. Standing next to these giant machines, you will understand the pinnacle of modern mechanical engineering. Pause, breathe slowly, and feel the strange stillness inside the mountain, in stark contrast to the roaring of the river outside. In that moment of silence, you suddenly realize human creativity is limitless when it can tame the fiercest waters. These cliffs existed for millions of years before being excavated by humans to create a green energy wonder. Every cubic meter of water pouring down every second carries the sustainable development aspirations of you and millions of people. The electricity generated from here will cross thousands of kilometers to bring light to Shanghai and key economic zones. Facing the mirror-still lake behind the dam, you find yourself reflecting on the resilient will of the engineers who created this project. This is not just a dam, but a symbol of transforming treacherous places into the lifeblood of the future. Moving away from the rumbling power plant, you will carry admiration for a one-of-a-kind mechanical wonder. Baihetan remains forever a testament that humans can create energy Edens right in the heart of Rocky Mountains. Amidst the majesty of the double-arched dam and this mysterious artificial cave system, which place would you choose to explore first on your upcoming journey? Please leave your choice right below so we can discuss this earth-shaking mega dam together. "26-megawatt wind turbine. The giant conquering super typhoons at sea. This is not just an ordinary renewable energy project. It is the farm owning the world's greatest 26-megawatt wind turbines with a massive rotor diameter exceeding 310 meters. Standing right at the foot of the soaring tower amidst the sea, you will feel the piercing chill of the ocean wind on your skin and the powerful vibration of the massive steel structure. The pungent salt mist from the fierce waves hitting your face carries the power of the ocean being transformed into an endless source of clean electricity. As the vessel carries you quickly across the water to approach the turbine, you will find yourself moving amidst wings as long as 3 football fields combined. While engrossed in watching the blades rotate steadily, suddenly everything seems to freeze as you realize the proud stillness of this structure. Looking closely at every sophisticated mechanical detail on the Dongfang electric turbine shell, you will see that every weld bears the responsibility of withstanding Category 17 super typhoons. Every piece of composite material on the blades is meticulously crafted to optimize wind capture and protect the turbine against the pressures of nature. Gigantic, majestic, clean, and courageous, standing right before your eyes. Roaring wind, crashing waves, alone, amidst the distant sea. The confident smiles of the operating engineers on deck will make you understand the pride of those who are subduing the wilderness winds. The simple greetings of the maintenance crew echoing across the sea create a warm bond between humans and machinery. The rough friction of the safety harness when you touch it is a testament to the stability of this hundreds of meters high structure. The scorching sun on your neck does not diminish the coolness of the water vapor rising from the turbine's foundation, submerged deep in the seabed. Stepping into the elevator leading to the top of the tower, you clearly feel the pulse of the machinery operating to provide electricity for 55,000 households. Racing against time to complete system checks, the technical staff are writing an epic of resilience amidst the open sea. Looking at the smart AI control panel, you realize each turbine can generate 100 million kilowatt-hours per year, a figure that shocks the engineering world. Tiny sensors attached to the tip of each blade silently transmit data to the center to ensure absolute safety for the megastructure. In a blink, soaring. You are stunned, beautiful. Standing before the immensity of the sea and sky, we suddenly feel a strange serenity witnessing the harmony between technology and nature. If you could choose one companion to venture with you on this journey to conquer this record-breaking wind turbine peak, who would you name?